down. He proposed.
Blanche, wait a minute. He proposed. You've only known him a week.
And he wants an answer tonight.
Tonight?
What are you going to tell him?
I don't know.
You know, in years I never even heard of a prostate.
Honey, they don't have them there. It's too cold.
Dorothy, you should be going on this date. At least you'd have some fun.
Nothing could be more fun than beating my mother at cards tonight.
What's the name of the game? Gin. Everybody, look what I have. Where did you find the... Don't say it. What is our name?
This is Danny.
Dorothy, what in the world is that?
It's a flounder, Blanche. What do you think it is?
What's that baby referring to me?
Of course not, Ma. I'm referring to Cary Grant. He's living in the broom closet.
Hey, it's Blanche's grandson. We do for family.
You're right, Ma. You're right. I'm just being selfish. Oh, it probably won't be too bad.
No, I suppose not, but whatever will we do with him for 2 weeks?
Oh, there are plenty of things to do.
Like to have fun, and we sure had a good time last year, didn't we, partner?
It was okay.
You know, maybe I should get a partner and enter that tournament. You know, I used to be a pretty decent bowler.
Decent bowler. You are a fabulous bowler, 180 average. 180?
Come on.
They could have come in the middle of the night while we slept. They could have crept up on us and cut our throats.
Now, look.
What? I thought you were the killers.
Relax. I called the police. They stole my stole.
What?
My mink stole.
Oh, no.
And that's Blanche.
How do you do?
And that's Sophia. That's Kate's grandma.
You got your stethoscope? I wouldn't mind a freebie.
Grandma, Dennis doesn't have a stethoscope.
Of course not. He's on vacation.
That's not what I mean. Dennis is a podiatrist.
Meet Mr. Burt Reynolds. Why don't we just make a great big old weekend out of it?
We can't afford a hotel over on the beach.
I'll find one we can afford. What do you say, girls?
I think it's a terrific idea.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay, you can start tomorrow. Well, I'm off to Miami Beach to find us the perfect hotel for our perfect weekend.
Oh, Ma, a hotel.
And he was having trouble carrying his sack. I can't believe the response to my personal ad. It's terrible.
No one interested?
No one, period. 2 weeks, not one letter.
Hi, Sophie.
Apartment back in Brooklyn. I was about, 7 years old, because I was still sleeping with my rag doll, Mrs. Doolittle. I remember I woke up in the middle of the night with my teeth chattering. I got out of bed, tiptoed to your bedroom door. I opened it a crack and I whispered, Mommy.
Freezer.
Hey, great!
Yes, I have. I'm a big dope. You must hate me.
Oh, honey, come on. Now, don't cry. Rose, I don't hate you. No, I'm really having fun. It's just that, it took me a little while to get into the spirit of things.
Seriously?
Oh,
Giving to you, he's yours.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Devereaux. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mrs. Nyland.
Hi, Daisy. Bye, Daisy. That was Daisy, wasn't it?
Yes. She's been helping out the entire time you've been gone. It's just so inspiring the way those Sunshine Cadets volunteer for community. I see. All right. Bye-bye. I don't understand. It's the second time Norman is canceled.
Maybe he's not interested.
Not interested. Don't be silly. I am the most attractive and available woman in all of Miami. Now that Miss Donna Rice has moved to Hollywood. Joy. Are the batteries included? Hang on to your cannolis, because the 4 of us are going to be contestants on Grab That Dough.
Grab that... Ma, do you mean that ridiculous game show where people humiliate themselves for the sake of... I'm almost sure that I don't have to ask this, but you are aware the toilet water comes in a bottle.
Here. Oh, cat food.
Oh, Rose, have you been feeding those strays again?
I can't help it, Dorothy. I heard them howling and moaning all night. How do you ignore something like that?
I'm getting used to it.
Gee, Blanche, it's too bad you won't have anybody to bowl with now. We better get down to the alley for some practice, partner.
Forget it, Rose. I am dumping you. Blanche, how would you like me to be your partner?
Oh, I would love it. Dorothy, you can't do this. Now, I don't have a partner.
Yes, you do. Actresses, pick up an inquiry sometime. You learned something. I am exhausted. I have spent this entire day bed shopping. Have you no shame? Bed hopping nowadays is sexually irresponsible.
Not bed hopping, Ma. Bed shopping.
Yeah, right. Life. Which makes you the most pathetic human being on this planet. Well, I love Elvis.
Oh, Blanche, I would be honored if you would be the first member of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love fan club.
I graciously accept and promise to do a good job as president. I really thought Edith would be around longer. She was only 88 years old and in perfect health. Then one night, bingo, she closes her eyes and she's gone. She died in her sleep. What, are you deaf? I said she died playing bingo. Well, I guess Phyllis Gluckman will be my new best friend.
Ma, I thought you...
I just didn't know what to do. I mean, I had helped deliver Bessie the cow, but Petunia was so much more difficult.
If I died, would you stop telling the story?
Sophia, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get your mind off things.
I want my mind on things. You look more like a chicken when you're angry. Your neck sticks out. Rose, it doesn't matter. I was beautiful. That was the point. I was breathtaking. Even more breathtaking than I am today. But my beauty was not everything, my mama said. My destiny was to be more than...
Dorothy, we're going to talk to the travel agent about Hollywood. You want to come with us?
Now, look, I'm sorry, but I am not going to spend my vacation sitting in a tour bus.
Your Ken is quite a catch, Dorothy. For once, I'm a bit jealous. What's not to be jealous about? The man's gorgeous. He's got money and class. I couldn't be happier for you, Dorothy. I just want to give you a loving mother's advice. Don't blow it!
Ma, I have no intention of blowing this. No, Ken is perfect. I mean, aside from being one of Miami's most successful lawyers. Thank you, Ma. The man is caring. He's sensitive. Do you know that on weekends he actually puts on a clown's costume and entertains sick kids at the... A friend of mine from high school, Helen Colquist, she just moved to Miami. We spent a little time together and decided we'd get together today. I even got out the old yearbook so we could go down memory lane.
Oh.
Last night she had a heart attack and died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been sitting here looking through the book and I cannot believe a person would push a perfect stranger out of the way, step on her hand, and give her an elbow to the forehead just for a Batman hat. But I did it anyway. I got the hat. Now, I guess I just have this thing about giving gifts that are more fun than the ones my grandparents...
What is it, Rose? Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. St. Luke's Hospital wants me to come in for some kind of test. That's why I had my gallbladder out 6 years ago.
Can I see it, Rose?
They throw organs out after surgery.
The letter, Rose.
As human being, I disagreed. The man is pig. He charged me rent. His own cousin.
I can believe that.
His rates are reasonable, but the way he nickels and dimes you on the extras.
No, you're right. Stan is a lazy, disgusting, sorry excuse for a man.
Now I stay here with...
Talking about us, and it bothers me. I know it shouldn't, but it does. I mean, How big a man is shouldn't make or break a relationship.
Not a word, Blanche. Rose, you were involved in a...
Hi, Rose. How's it going? Hi, Blanche.
God, I hate morning people.
Ever since I've been a candy striper, I've been giving all my patients the traditional St. Olaf fun pack. Each one has a pack of gum, a bar of soap, and sock puppets.
Yeah, Blanche got a new car. Yeah, we're all gonna pile in and go cruising. You wanna go with us?
No, I think I'll just stay home tonight. I feel, just sitting.
Me too. I think I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's kind of late. I'm a little tired. Bringing the boys over, Dreyfus. Love it when Dreyfus brings the puppies over to play. I really think
Baby in Boca Raton. It's the only one.
And somebody told me he just bought a farm. Oh, my God, what'll I say to her?
That he died in the bed of an idiot.
You tell the truth.
Well, I can't tell her the truth. I can't tell her where he died.
You to say this afternoon when we're interviewing new roommates. Oh, God, it'd be so much easier if she didn't have to meet you people.
Well, I hope you find somebody soon. Actually, you're going to need 2 new tenants.
I'm not living with you and Stan.
Yes, you are, Ma. I want you with us, and besides, you can't afford to live alone.
Blanche is letting... She's guilty. I saw her.
Please sit down.
Mrs. Petrillo, where were you on the night of September 4th, 1985?
Did you see Awakenings? Throw a ball at me. How the hell should I know? I don't even remember what color underwear I'm wearing.
Ma, the beginning of September.
Slut.
Mail call. Ma, here's a letter for you from Palermo.
And could you talk about reading for both Rose and Blanche in the initial pilot? Didn't you think...
Well, I had come off of the Mary Tyler Moore show playing the neighborhood nymphomaniac, through Ann Nivens.
Confided in each other. If I betrayed that trust, she'd never forgive me. I'd never forgive myself.
Well, then I think you should talk to her as soon as she gets back.
Well, I think you're right. I do need to try and straighten this out. I don't know what to say to her.
I used to know a girl like that in Sicily. She slept with every Tom, Dick, and Vito in our village.
It's been a real pleasure. Good night. Lucy, you're grounded for the rest of your stay here.
And Blanche, wait! You're embarrassing me. Now why don't you go get a good night's sleep and we'll talk about it when I get home tomorrow.
I don't think you heard what I said. You are not going anywhere.
Hey, Blanche, I'm 20 years old. I'm going wherever I please.
Manic Caribbean cruise. I envy you.
Come on, Blanche. It's no big deal. What is it? 3 days at sea with a man. A man who's a doctor. A great big doctor in a tiny little room with me. You were saying?
Oh, well, now, isn't that sweet? But, honey, with all those people, there's no way you're ever going to get the Pope to notice you.
Oh, he'll notice me.
I'm home. Rose, happy.
Blanche. Dorothy. Go, Dorothy, go.
These Bornak, now shame on you. She is your mother. She's 85 years old and she wants a new pair of shoes. How many more chances do you think you're going to have to buy her shoes? Oh, what I would give to be able to buy my mother's shoes one more time.
You want to take her?
Screw that, she's your mother.
Wait a minute, there is no Mr. Ferguson in this room.
Isn't this room 203?
303.
Oh, boy, what a day. Since I'm here, do you need the last rites?
No, thank you.
Have you had your operation yet?
No, tomorrow morning.
Well, good luck. I'm sure everything...
I am so ashamed.
I'm sure you're just blowing this out of proportion. But Dorothy I raised is a good Catholic girl.
And what's worse, in the process, I have hurt a friend.
Hey, a true friend will forgive you anything and love you no matter what. Just as your mother loves you no matter what. Now tell me, Dorothy.
I've had a very rough day. The only scalpel I could find had funny things moving in his hair. And he wanted to bargain in a dark alley.
So what seats did you get?
I didn't get any tickets. I didn't think it was exactly safe.
I can't believe you were such a baby. In Sicily, we did all our bargaining in dark alleys. How do you think I ended up with your father?
It's congested.
Well, what about my chest? It needs heat, too.
I don't care about your chest. I just care about my chest.
Well, you're the only one who does.
Okay, Dorothy, slip this on.
Oh, forget it, Ma. I don't have the strength to stand up.
If you don't try it on now, I can't finish it by Saturday.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm not going to be able to go to that banquet. Hey, now why didn't you tell us what was going on?
Because you can't help me find a job. Because nobody or nothing can make me young again.
Oh, right, Rose. So your life isn't the same as it used to be. The rules have changed, but it's happened before, hasn't it? I mean, what did you do after Charlie died? Sure, you're 5 years older. So am I. So is Blanche. All right, so you have a few more wrinkles. So do I. So is Blanche. All right, you're a little thicker around the middle. So is Blanche.
Dorothy!
This isn't an ordinary hockey stick. Bobby Hull used this. This is a piece of history.
It's a piece of junk. And the price tag says $4.
$4.50.
I'll take it.
Okay, but listen, before you go, come into the house with me. I'll show you the kind of wood oil that I use.
Mom! Say, Rose, look, now, I'm not making any promises, but how would you like to take a look at that Blanche Devereaux room?
Really? I'd love to.
Come on, let's go. By the way, what's your name? That last remark was the reason I didn't let...
Reliable source.
Oh, girls, do you realize what just happened?
Well, I know. I've been having a very good time, and there wasn't even a man in the room.
Picking up with him.
And I can do the carpools for school because my hours are
And I can help him with his homework because I'm a teacher.
And then we can send him to the University of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Are you crazy, Rose? This kid is going to Harvard.
Oh, Dorothy, those Ivy League schools are so...
With as many notches you must have on your garter belts, it was bound to happen.
Oh, Rose, honey, are you all right?
I was booked. Fingerprints, mugshots. I'm a known criminal. I'll never be able to go back to my hometown again.
Oh, honey, nobody back home's ever going to find out about this.
Oh, yes, they will. The St. Olaf Courier-Dispatch is known for its investigative reporting.
You're right. That series they did on oat fungus was an uncompromising piece of journalism.
Damn! I bet you Bert is greeting his guests right now.
I can't believe we're going to miss it.
How did you ever pull that off?
I work in the public school system. It's not that different from me.
Blanche, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I apologize.
No, don't you worry about it. I think we're all on edge.
Yeah, this has to be the biggest disappointment of my life.
Yes.
Yeah. This late, I hate to have you wait, Dorothy. Why don't you stay in my room tonight?
Well, I suppose that makes more sense than waking Dorothy.
Good. By the way, you're not a cover hog, are you? No? Good, because I am.
Rose, are you awake? Rose?
Am I hogging the covers?
Oh, no. Everything's fine.
Rose, I want to tell you something.
They told us to get out of the way when they took the winner's picture with Anita Bryant.
Oh, for those old judges, no, I'd love to hear your song.
Oh, forget it, Blanche.
Please,
Oh, no, the whole experience was too painful.
please,
We just want to put it out of our minds.
please.
Hit it, Rose.
You say about the old olive tree. Although it's ancient and all, and not much to look at, it still has the tastiest, plumpest olives. Tashira, how about an olive?
Olive?
Look, I realize you don't understand most of this, but that's okay.
Mother, Mrs. Sophia Petrillo. Ma, this is my boss, Mr. Allen.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Petrillo. What brings you to our humble home?
Is he gay?
Come on, honey, I'll walk you to the car.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petrillo.
Excuse me.
I want to put Dorothy in charge of all the arrangements for the banquet. You won't have to do a thing. That way you have all your time free to devote to the exhibition.
But Mr. Allen, the banquet, I'd always assumed that I was going to handle it.
Well, you were, Blanche. But that was before we found Dorothy. Tell her I want to see her when she gets...
Dorothy, I've been thinking it's silly for us to take 3 cars to this reception. 4 couples can easily fit into 2.
Sounds fine with me, and I'm sure Howard won't mind. Ma, you and your date can ride with us.
I don't have a date. Willie scared off all the eligible men down at the center.
Blanche, can I borrow my pearl earring?
Oh, sure, honey. And you and your cousin Arnold can ride in our car.
Oh, I'm not taking Arnold.
That's how I'd feel.
I remember the first time anybody ever called me a widow. I was terribly lonely and depressed, just missing George something awful. Finally, my best friend, Rebecca Sue Bliss, persuaded me to join her for a night out. Well, we no sooner stepped through the door into the Boots and Saddle Grill than these 2 big, brawny truckers came over and...
Oh, please go on. That's such a beautiful language.
Rose, why don't we just show Mr. Vaughn around the theater?
Well, why don't I just do that myself, since I've had the most experience performing here?
Blanche, the parking lot doesn't count.
Something between us. Would you consider having dinner with me tonight?
Jeepers, yes! Wow, wait till Blanche and Dorothy hear about
It'll
this.
have to be our secret for the time being. I'm in the middle of a messy divorce, and if the reporters get hold of it...
Oh, I understand. I read People magazine.
Well then, until tonight...
Ladies, just leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Hello, front door. It's me again. My name is Rose Nyland in 118.
I'm sorry, I only date officers.
Norman, would you like to play with the potato head?
Sure. What do you feel like doing?
Norman, why are you ripping the pages out of that book?
Because my daddy's rich.
Norman, do you know that there are boys and girls less fortunate than you who have never even seen a book?
Hey, everybody's got their sad stories.
It's all your...
I'm a sports celebrity.
Be at this hour.
Who do you think? The paparazzi. Now I know why Sean Penn gets so ticked off.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to pick up Emily.
But the child services people say decide what's right for you. And whatever decision it is, I'll stand by it.
Thanks, Ma.
Just remember, make the wrong decision, you'll burn in hell forever. Sleep tight, pussycat.
I decided...
Wait, just a minute. They would fight over who got to keep the footprints you left in the mud?
It was a poor village, Dorothy. What did you want them to collect? Fabergé eggs? Anyway, I was too vain to be the second most beautiful girl.
I should submit his story in the district contest.
I think you should. Oh, he's a very special kid, Dorothy.
Oh, he really is. I'm just crazy about him. He wants so much to learn. You know, he gets this look in his eyes when he's listening to me. You don't see that look very often. I think that look is the whole reason that teachers...
Hide me. What about the tortured days and the sleepless nights I've spent trying to think of some way to make up for this horrible thing I've done? Oh, come on now, Blanche, don't be so selfish. Let me be your Wiedenflugen.
You can be my Wiedenflugen.
Flugen.
Girls, terrific news. Remember that story that Mario...
So you see, sweetheart, I was really doing it for your own good. Treating you like a dog was really doing you a favor. So what do you say we just forget all about it now, okay?
Mario's gonna have to go home.
Stranded on the side of the road and I ended up fixing her transmission.
Aren't there people who do that for a living?
Andy Granatelli does. Although he doesn't actually fix them himself. I guess he doesn't want to get his trench coat dirty. But I hear he has this special school in Wisconsin. I know. Shut up, Rose.
This kills me. You try it. No, I will not. And I don't think you ought to be talking to him like that either. He's practically your daughter's boyfriend.
What are you talking about? They hate each other. They fight all the time.
Very passionate fights. Oh, it has all the signs of a classic love-hate relationship.
Yeah, the ladies are out of the house. The transmitter's working perfectly. I hear everything clear as a bell.
They really did it. I can't believe it. You know, I gotta tell you, Bobby, I had big doubts about this one.
Oh, man, I didn't dare look at it. I thought it was...
Congratulations, ladies. You did a great job.
It's really working.
Bobby, give her the phone. Let her hear.
Oh, I hate to say this, but it was almost fun.
Fun! Oh, my pulse was racing, my heart was pounding. I could barely get my breath. I think that's the most fun I've ever had standing up. No, I take it back. There was that one time on that 740.
Come in.
Bobby, here's those extra towels you asked for, hon.
Thanks, Blanche.
You're welcome.
Listen, Blanche, before I forget, I want to thank you for everything you've done the past few days.
You don't have to thank me for anything. Actually, I kind of enjoyed doing it. You remind me a lot of my son, Matthew, except he doesn't carry a gun.
Dorothy! 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 For your hot fudge cake! Free to all my birthday boys and girls. Only $1.98 to the rest of my little friends.
No, thank you. I've had enough.
Oh! I think we have a cranky birthday girl. You see, kids, when you get a little older, you can get a little cranky. And when you get to...
This has gone far enough. Rose, honey, I want to talk to you.
Now, don't bother Rose. She's busy.
Oh, it's okay. I was just thumbing through the old family album. Here's a picture of baby when he was young.
This isn't the Orange Bowl, is it?
She put a curse on us.
And I'm the one that got put in the home?
I know it's unbelievable, but we fired her. She put a curse on us, so we had to hire her back. Now, if we can just keep her happy, maybe she'll leave us alone.
You really are afraid of her, aren't you?
Mama, it's unbelievable. She's crying out with pain and making the most spectacular comeback since Dennis Hopper.
Are you all right, Sophia? Of course I'm all right. It's just that halfway to the contest I realized I forgot the wine.
For your muscles, Marinara?
No, for me. I always drink wine during cooking contests and my sister Sam. I call my new act Sophia and Sophia. Get a load of this. Hi, Sophia. Oh, hello, Sophia. How are you feeling today? Oh, I got a little arthritis in my neck.
I was wondering why my wrist was hurting.
Said. At least I was until today. Blanche, when the newspaper printed that story about my having an affair, people stopped thinking I was a wimp and they've started listening to me. I couldn't tell them it was a mistake.
Are you trying to tell me that people like you better now because they think you went to bed with a gorgeous, intelligent woman?
Here, see for you.
Rose, honey. Are you awake?
I don't know.
Oh, that's good enough. I need to talk to someone. Rose, it's been a terrible night. Ted turned out to be as big a jerk as...
I know he gets up with the cows because he sleeps with the cows.
What is your point, Rose?
Big Sven was furious with me. He told me to do nothing. He'd handle everything. Then he hung up on me.
Good morning.
Well, maybe it is for you.
Now, Rose, you can't go on being mad at me over this.
For a gift. This is the receipt for the diamond ring that you gave me on our 38th wedding anniversary.
I know.
You spent $2,500 on me?
Not that particular. He just got out of prison.
It was absolutely dreadful. I spent the rest of the evening going in and out of consciousness while a guy with a silver tooth and a scorpion tattoo on his arm tried to grope me through the Vicks Vapor Rub.
Friends, in this their time of need.
And I can't believe that the two of you are so inconsiderate that you would disturb me with something this ridiculous when you know how important my exam is. If I don't pass it, I don't get my raise.
That's it. Everybody out. Sophia, we're scared.
I'm scared too that we won't be able to afford meat on the table.
You want to how he manages to suppress the urge to throw me on the floor and ravish me.
Please, if he throws you on the floor, you'll both end up at the apartment below.
Drink up, Blanche.
That must be him now. I just have to grip my jacket. We're driving into the museum together.
Practical jokes. If I look through that, I'll get charcoal all around my eye.
All right, Dorothy. Fine. Why don't we just call a truce with a nice piece of peanut brittle?
Come on, Ma. The peanut brittle is an even older gag than the kaleidoscope. I'll open the can, snakes will come out. Honey, face.
Rebecca, Jeremy, is there something you all would like to tell me?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Please, Becky, let me do it. Blanche, I'd like to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. I'd take the rest of her, but I've got a bad back.
Well, anyway, the man gave me the brooch, and since then I've never had any problem writing. This is my muse, my artistic inspiration, the embodiment of my creativity.
And you know what's even better? It goes with anything.
It might...
I will have the for whom the stuffed bell pepper totals.
And I'll have a turkey sandwich on Catcher in the Rye bread with a side order of George Bernard slaw.
You know, Barbara, I've really come to value our friendship, and that's why I feel I can talk to you about something that's been bothering me.
Feel free. Honestly, Sophia, to hear you tell it, you'd think all we do is fight.
Hey, I didn't say all we do is fight. We also talk about sex.
We already talked about sex.
I'm shocked.
Hi, Dorothy.
Come right in. Raymond, I'm afraid I have something to tell you. Oh, you shouldn't have.
I know. Shouldn't have done that either.
Yes, you should. Do it again. I should do what to myself? Hello?
Dorothy, is your mother all right?
Oh, fine. She does something wrong, suddenly she's my mother. Pretend that we're happy, and then complain to anybody who'll listen.
Michael, congratulations!
Is the Spornak Wagner party ready?
I think we are.
Well, wait a minute. Lorraine has to have something old and something new and something borrowed and something...
Oh, Michael gave me that. Let's go. I can't believe it. A grandchild.
Little Roger.
Roger? What do you want him to be, a choreographer? It's Lamar.
Hi. Well, Rose, I thought you had a date with Mr. Terrific.
Oh, he'll be over in a little while. The producer had to have an important meeting with him after the show.
Actually, I have a feeling it was to discuss some of the recommendations that I made.
I hope you recommended he do some exercise. A man shouldn't be allowed to wear
Front lawn and singing songs and dressing up in bed sheets. Of course, coming from Chattanooga, he wasn't familiar with the custom. He had a heart attack. He spent most of the summer in intensive care.
This month, he couldn't set the handbrake on my wheelchair.
Grandma, that was just a coincidence.
Please, all 3 times was at the top of the stairs to the Flatbush subway station.
Mama. If Salvador hates you, why does he want you to come here and live with us?
What?
Salvador and I would like you to move in with us.
Forget it. I am not moving in.
It's a pleasure meeting you all.
Good night. Well, I guess that solves the mystery.
I'll say, who would have thought Blanche would date somebody that long in the tooth?
I thought his teeth were nice. What I couldn't believe was how old he was.
You know, sometimes I really cannot believe my ears.
Why, you miserable old...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to...
I can hear her saying, "Come on, you snot-nosed little rugrats. Pick up those jacks, they're puncturing holes in my tires." But the most amazing thing about Grandma was that in 1952, she decided to go into politics.
Politics?
Way to make some fast money for us. And all you have to do is lie on your back.
I'd say you're about 50 years too late on that one.
I'm talking about a lawsuit. If we can show that you're severely injured, we can sue the ball club and the ballpark for a lot of money.
I'm not severely injured.
Sophia, we've come this far. Just think about the money. Think about it so hard that you block out everything else. Especially him.
Hi, I'm Timmy. What's your name?
None of your business. Leave her alone.
Ma, the nurse wants...
What's going on? Where's Sophia?
She's locked herself in the bathroom. She has pre-wedding jitters.
Sophia? It's me, Max. Now what's all this nonsense about not wanting to get married?
Oh, Max, I love you with all my heart. The time we've spent together has been some of the happiest...
One pack will last her a lifetime.
Dorothy?
Out in a minute, Ma. Positive, you left it on the couch.
Oh, we gotta find that jacket. This is driving me crazy.
All right. I wasn't going to say anything, but since it's kind of my fault, I'll pay for a new jacket out of my share.
What do you mean it's kind of your fault?
Do you know where the jacket is, Sophia?
What did you do with it, Ma?
Stand back. I know how to use this.
Michael? Oh my God, that's Michael J. Fox!
Michael, please, can we talk to you for just a minute?
Michael, it's very important. We won't bother you. Michael!
Yes, that's right. It was a winning ticket, but we gave the jacket away.
It's time.
Lord, it's been ages since I heard that from a man. Yes, it is my first time.
I can give you a few pointers if you like.
Ma, I thought you were supposed to be taking it easy.
When I feel bad, I have to take my mind off it. There's only one thing that does that for me.
Cooking a big meal.
No, making love in a closet. But hey, you do what you can.
We helped Stan pick out a ring for Catherine. I feel terrible. Come in.
Could you give me a hand?
Well, sure.
That's okay. I'll use this.
Come in.
Thank you.
Oh, how do you do, John? I'm Dorothy. I'm Blanche. Tell us. Is it about Ernie?
He's lousy in bed. I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with him.
No, he's not lousy. Well, I don't think he is.
Well, either he is or he isn't.
Well, I'm sure he's not. Of course, I have no proof that he's not, but still he's not.
I'd really like to take you somewhere special. What do you say?
Well, yes, that sounds wonderful.
That's great. I'll call you later, Rose.
Looks like it.
Called me, Rose. I know why you wanted to have dinner.
You do?
You wanted to tell me that maybe we should stop seeing each other.
Ernie, that's not true.
Now, come on, Rose. I mean, after all, you can't be happy with the way things are. I mean, you're a healthy, active, sexy woman.
Well, I'm also a patient woman, Ernie. I mean, really.
You don't have dates on Valentine's Day. Ma, you want to join us?
I can't. I have a date.
You do?
She's making that up to annoy us.
No, I'm not. I have a date.
What's his name?
I can't tell you.
Have I met him?
No, he's from out of...
And now I'd like to thank all those bake sale participants who raised money for the Religious Cult Deprogramming Center. I'm happy to report that Doris Levy's son Marshall is now...
You mean to lose all our money?
Yes.
That's the most touching thing I've ever heard. I don't know what to say.
I do. Fat chance, Grandpa.
Mama accepted it too. Along with a brand new Cadillac Eldorado for her birthday. You know, my family had a few dollars and I loved them dearly, but when you get right down to it, basically they were trash.
Oh, darn, someone's late. Dorothy will have to give her speech all over again.
Hi, everybody! Trudy? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Is that...
What are you talking about?
You knew Trudy was playing a practical joke all along and you never shared it with your best friends? We thought you were devastated. We suffered right along with you.
Yeah.
That was insensitive.
Insensitive.
Selfish.
Selfish.
Listen, as far as we are concerned, Dorothy Spornak, you have gone too far this time. No, this is unforgivable.
Question. It has to do with honesty, friendship, love, hate, all the biggies.
So what should I do?
Please. Socrates sat under an olive tree in a sheet for years thinking about this kind of stuff. I'm a poor immigrant with a third-grade education. Give me 2 minutes. She's 125. You can't pry the yogurt out of her hands.
I'll get the papers from my office.
Okay, Sophia, let's go. Go where? That's not Lillian.
You said you were Lillian.
You think I'm in here?
Okay, Mrs. Hawkins. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about your mother's history.
Picture it. Sicily, 1900. An olive-skinned woman set sail for the New World.
I was talking about her medical history.
So was I. You think that was a pleasure cruise?
No, he was sent up the river on a morals charge.
Are you okay, Sophia? You're awfully quiet.
What? Oh, it's just that talking about Lillian makes me think about the future.
Oh, Ma, honey.
That's terrible. I've never been so humiliated in my entire life.
That's not true. What about the time you got caught with the Orkin Man?
Don't comfort me, Rose.
All right, girl.
That's in the same way we feel about our Gina.
It's not that it wouldn't be nice to have you as a daughter, Dorothea, but we love Gina.
And so does Guido. He wrote us he could never love anyone but Gina. He wants us to return her to him right now.
Please.
Oh, no, the whole experience was too painful.
Please.
We just want to put it out of our minds.
Please.
Hit it, Rose.
I have to say what I feel.
Miami has so much appeal. There's more clubs and nightclubs, all within reach. Dance the samba till morning, then lie on the beach. Each view is a postcard, each day a great time. The cream of the crop, it's the top of the line. Miami, Miami.
The town started digging like crazy, kneeling by the grave, using their hands even, dirt flying and Beatrice screaming. And when they opened that coffin, there he was, dead as a doornail.
Look, Blanche, what Rebecca is doing is really not so terrible. I mean, look, among the four of us, each of us conceived our children in a different way. I was totally unconscious. When I came to, there was Stan, carving a notch in his dashboard.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to pay the rent. I can't live here anymore.
Now, I won't hear any more of this. You will call Enrique Mouse and you will get that job at the pet store that you deserve. And you will stay here with us as long as we can afford it.
No, she's right. Rose, you have to fight this.
You know, every...
The sword swallower.
And I think I have a grip on this.
I guess at our age, we do a lot of wishful thinking.
We did come close, though.
If the circus is ever in town, I'll leave the tent flap open for you.
Here, take him, he's wet.
Well, somebody better change him or he'll get a rash on his winky.
We're sorry we had to disturb you, Harry, but he's running a fever of 103.
What do you think it is?
Well, he could be teething, it could be the flu, and maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct.
Malade, when a close member of the family thinks that she might move out, well, even though we might be happy for her, it's a little upsetting.
Well, if you're worried about the house, don't be. Even if I do move to Charleston, I'll make arrangements for you all to stay here as long as you like.
Oh, Blanche, that's so sweet of you.
What is your plan?
His dog died.
That's your plan?
No, I'm going to replace his dog.
Rose, you don't even like bringing me my slippers.
No, I'm going to get him a new pet to
Dream. I mean, what's the big deal?
Now, come on, don't you've come this far, you might as well go through with it.
Yeah, but what if nobody laughs?
Then you'll know how Lisa Bonet feels.
Okay, who's got number 14?
God, I do.
Okay, sweetie, you're on next.
Sarge, build a bomb shelter?
No, we can unload them. I mean, bring them to the church for dessert.
Well, actually, I think that's very nice. Like we say in St. Olaf, Christmas without fruitcake is like St. Sigmund's Day without the headless boy. You want me to drive tonight, Dorothy?
Oh, Rose, listen. I'm not going to the meeting tonight.
Well, how come?
I'm not comfortable there. I'm not comfortable with the people. I'm not comfortable with the whole thing.
But you need the group me when the clingers of the world are kicking us in the teeth.
Rose, you're hysterical.
Wait, I've seen this in the movies.
How could he do this? What is wrong with the man?
you almost got it.
Listen, I think we're...
Now, what a shame. We finally have something in common and I'm moving.
I've never done anything like this before. Tell me, is it possible to love two men at the same time?
Set the scene. Have we been drinking?
You drank the Slurpee too fast again, didn't you?
It's like knife sticking in forehead. The pain, it is really good. No, these Slurpees are the best thing about it.
Everybody, this is Glenn. Glenn, I'd like you to meet...
No, don't tell me. Rose, Blanche, and Mrs. Petrillo. These are for you.
No, Dorothy. But I was hoping you'd have a hard time taking advantage of somebody who cares about you as much as I do.
I need help, Rose. Oh, God, I hate the lying.
Dorothy, I lied to you, too. You could never have used that bank card. Dorothy, you haven't even touched your Mr. Ha-Ha dog.
You're right. I touched it.
And now it's time for the Mr. Ha-Ha Birthday Roundup. When I call your name, please come up on stage.
Oh, Doctor, thank God you're here.
I'm not the doctor. I sell hats.
Mr. Minervini?
Rose, who is this man?
He's my ice skating... Oh, my God, I must have called the wrong coach.
Oh, Rose, we've been waiting for you. Rose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted. You're not going to believe it. I just met my father, my natural father.
He's alive?
He's in Miami?
He's an earthling?
Miracle worker. I'm an idiot.
Dorothy, you have to stop beating yourself over the head with this.
Right, pussycat. You're not the one who made him drop out, or the one who made him a recluse. You're not the one who made him decide to live his life behind closed doors. You're just the one. Religious questions of the ages. Like, what do you really want from me? What is my real purpose in life? What was Edward G. Robinson doing in the Ten Commandments?
A song. Yes, it's me. We just have started, and before you know it, well, go ahead, finish your meals. Comes the time we have to say so long.
We're good for each other.
What about all those other great things you two did? Camping, tennis, boating?
All the time. Well, maybe only once. See, Charlie had this unnatural fear.
Of what?
Camping, tennis, boating.
Rose, don't you see? You're remembering the way it never...
Sleeping arrangements? What in hell am I going to do about the sleeping arrangements?
Oh, honey, why can't you sleep on the couch and give Clayton and Doug your room?
Are you crazy? What will the neighbors think if they see two men in my bedroom?
They'll think it's Tuesday.
They offered me a deal. I turned state's evidence, which put my client, Mr. Moran, away for a long, long time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a snitch.
No, I'm not a snitch. I'm an informant.
Oh, a snitch in a tie.
The point is, it all would have been behind me, but he escaped.
Mother, oh, she's going to find out eventually. Don't you think it's better coming from you?
No, I guess so.
Well, that's settled. Now let's get a move on.
Where are you going?
To get the toilet paper for the Weston's house. But remember, we have to be really quiet. A Dreyfus will bark at anything.
Oh, honey. Now, I know it's a very important vegetable to you, but I'm really stuffed.
And stick your finger in it.
Two.
Remember that.
If it's any consolation, Dorothy, I think what there was of your wedding was very beautiful. And the album won't be as bad as you think. I mean, the photographer got some great shots of your friends leaving with...
I'm sorry. It just bothers me.
Oh, Ma. Cypress Grove has a great reputation. Did you see the story they did about it on 60 Minutes?
No.
Short piece. It was just Mike Wallace saying, sorry I bothered you.
Another baby so soon.
I understand. Wait a couple years and Medicare will pay for it.
Wait, have it now and the Inquirer will pay.
Right, all right, Uncle Angelo. For the time being, I guess you can use Uncle Morris's old apartment.
Oh, Dorothy, thank you so much. My first apartment in America. Here, I will begin again. Here, I will start a new life.
25. Oh, I'm sorry, Blanche. No, I'm not blaming any of this on you. It's all my fault for giving Stan so many chances. But I can't do this again. I mean, how many times can I make the same mistake? Thanks, Mom.
Okay, girls, I'm ready.
Well, Rose, do I look like the mayor of Palm Springs?
Of St. Olaf. And she was like, in a real sweet, syrupy, hello, dear, it's Betty. Could I have a name for the mayor of St. Olaf? And I went, Handentill. Handentill. Mayor Hand... Well, she didn't like it either.
Front page.
Notice that the dagger was found to the left of the victim. A throat is almost always cut from behind.
Not part of the show, people, not part of the show. Sophia, I'm just here to take care of you. You want your back rubbed? I'm here. A glass of water? Call me. My job is just to see to each and every one of your needs. Will you excuse us? I have to talk something over with my daughter. Of course.
You see, Ma,
You're right.
but we're a family nonetheless, and you can't break us up.
Well, as moving as all this is, I can't help you. I got to file my report, and either Mrs. Devereaux has to bring the house up to code, or somebody's got to leave.
Wait just a minute. These women no longer live in my house.
Blanche, what are you saying?
I'm saying that it's not
To be a Supreme Court justice, but you are quite a babe.
Thank you. Oh, this is a nice place. Do you come here a lot?
Oh, no, not really. I don't have much of a social life.
So. This is where you bring your cheap fake blonde floozies.
Oh, Ma, come on, this is crazy. I probably told you sometime and just forgot.
He says he's proud of you, Dorothy.
Ma, I just don't understand all this. I mean, maybe there is a whole lot I don't know.
Dorothy? Well, you look lovely. Oh, for your television debut. Oh, they're beautiful. Dorothy? Good luck.
My pleasure, meal ticket.
It was at that point that I realized his head was coming toward me.
Were his eyes open or closed?
Open! And then he landed. I thought, oh, Mr. Gordon, oh, if only Cynthia Costello would...
Categories to the Book of Genesis.
Hey, Doc, I bet you wish you hadn't wasted all that time on Darwin now,
Along with Torah, another name for the first 5 books of the Old Testament.
What is Pentecost?
I'm sorry.
What is Pentateuch?
Correct.
Because we're lucky. How many people get locked up with someone they were attracted to?
I don't know. The name Marion Barry comes to mind.
Good luck, Dorothy. I'll miss you. I love you.
Someday, sweetheart, I'm going to get out of this hellhole, and I'm going to come looking for you. You had gotten your first job.
Yeah, back then you could give blood every week. Remember the time your mother took care of the baby? It was our first time alone in a year.
You bought me wine and flowers, I remember.
Remember how much fun we had in that apartment that night?
I remember. What happened?
Wait, don't tell me. Klaus von Bülow?
I'm talking about Sophia. How did she die?
What do you mean, how did she? Excuse me. Rose?
Oh, she wasn't the one who put the...
She joked about it. I laughed because I had to play along. Well, I don't hate you, Sophia. I hate her, and I'm going to get her back if it's the last thing I do. Maybe the paper boy is right. I'm just a mean old lady. She doesn't ask any questions.
Blanche, I think I've heard just about enough. I don't want to hear another word.
All right, have it your way.
We have to get to the photographer now.
And so, are there any questions?
Yeah. What does Joe have to say about all this? I think I could start the car with this thing.
Ma, my mind is made up.
Whatever makes you happy, pussycat.
Thanks, Ma. And I'm sorry, honey, but you're going to have to send back the TV.
Not if I could pay for it myself.
No? How do you propose to do that?
Funnier. Okay, you're talking to your loved ones. Complete this sentence. I'm tired of spending time with you miserable A, gypsies, B, bottom feeders, C, howler monkeys.
Howler monkeys.
Support and cherish her as long as you both shall live.
I do.
And Dorothy, do you take this man to be your wedded husband? Do you promise to love, support, and cherish him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
May we have the ring, please? Repeat after me. With this ring,